In this video, I'm going to show you how to make specialty connectors out of hot glue. Now, you're going to need a couple of things here. Of course, you're going to need your item with the specialty connector. You're going to need a razor blade, possibly, some vice grips, a form, aluminum form, butter knife, glue stick, and glue gun. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to measure the distance that the specialty connector needs for the needles. Now I've already done it in a previous video, so I'm using the same eraser and I already know the distance. Okay, so that is going to go in there, but here's the trick. You're going to pull the needles all the way back out. You're going to use this metal form. You're going to place the needles on the metal form like this. Then you're going to wait for your hot glue gun to get up to operating temperature. And then what you're going to do is you see the distance between here and the needles. If they were to stick out, that's how much of hot glue you're going to want to put, or maybe even a little bit more. So what you're going to do is you're going to wait for your hot glue gun to get up to temperature. You're going to measure out the amount of hot glue that you want to be in this form for your finger grips. So you're going to measure this out. As you're pulling the trigger, you're trying to fill up the channel up and down or left to right until you get to the distance that measures the eraser. Okay, so keep that in mind. Both of these specialty connectors are the same distance apart because on your main board for your computer, they're the same distance, the same type of connectors, the same pinout. So you're going to make two of them. Okay? As you're squeezing the trigger, you're filling up the channel. And as soon as it begins to solidify, you're going to want to remove the needles along with the eraser from the form. And you should get something similar to this. Now, it's not the prettiest specialty connector, but it will do. It will do. And if you need to shape it a little bit more, you get your butter knife cold and you start shaping the hot glue while it's still malleable. And you get a specialty connector similar to this one or similar to this one. Okay, now I know it's not the prettiest specialty connector that's out there, but it will work. Your other option is to do this. Cut and measure some hot glue. Okay, you cut it by measuring it, so long as it's a little bit further apart. And then you stick your needles in into the hot glue stick. And that should allow you a real quick specialty connector. But I can tell you that if you melt the glue on there, they really grip the needles. So eraser, hot glue, cold glue stick, you can make your own type of specialty connector. Okay, so that's the video for today. Keep in mind, this is the hardest part to find in your house. This form. But I suppose if you look through your house, you'll be able to find something similar to this. If not, you could use this particular item. This is a roll of refillable staples, the ones you find in office supplies, as your substitute channel. So you actually have everything in your house. Staples or aluminum, they'll do the same thing. This might be a little bit more difficult to work with versus this one. So just keep that in mind. Look around your house and you'll be able to find the type of items that you need in order to make specialty connectors. There you go. This one. Or eraser, whichever method you prefer. Or, like I said, just cut off a piece of hot glue stick and you're good to go. So just keep that in mind. The most dangerous portion of this video is using the razor. Preferably a clean one, not a rusty one. You don't want to get tetanus. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Please be careful in whatever you do. Don't rush things. Take your time. This build took me roughly about, I don't want to say a good 20 minutes. Only because the hot glue does take a little bit of time to solidify. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so that's today's video. We'll see you in the next one.